Good afternoon, Lynx fans, and welcome back to Abraham Lincoln Sports News. I'm your host, Vodicka. Today's a beautiful September afternoon here on the ALHS fields. Tonight's game features the Lamar's Bulldogs and your Abraham Lincoln Lynx. Pitcher for the Lynx tonight is number 17, Nicholas Spurgin. Nick will be striking the Bulldogs out and leading the Lynx to another victory. Tonight's game will be focusing on pitcher Nick Spurgin as we make our way through each inning. Tonight's game will have a total of 3 innings, but will include a small break in between each round. As we begin with the first inning, we will make a pass right into Nick's family and friends. Then we'll go into Nick's hobbies and interests, and lastly, his plans for the future. But before we begin, we ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America in the playing of our national anthem. All right, let's play ball. As we head into the first inning, Nick and his friends will be batting first for the Lynx, while his family is cheering in the stands right behind. The first 4 players went to bat. Number 17, Nicholas Spurgin, steps up to the plate while bases are loaded. While Nick is preparing to hit, let's take a closer look at his friends on the bases. Beginning on first base is number 8, Killian McMullen. Moving on to second is number 10, Natalie Saldinez. And lastly, on third is number 12, Luis Rodriguez. The out was made by number 21, Noah Welch, who is in the dugout. As Nick steps up to the plate, pitch is thrown by the Bulldogs. Great hit by Nick, hitting out of the park. That is a home run for the Abraham Lincoln Lynx. As Nick and his friends make his way to home base, his supportive family is cheering in the stands right behind. Let's take a closer look as they appear on the Jumbotron. Starting in the second row is his sister, Kristen, his brother, Christopher, his sister-in-law, Maddie, sister, Caitlin, sister-in-law, Sarah, and his brother, Jason. As we move on to the first row, we will start with his brother-in-law, Rob, sister, Heather, mother, Mary Jo, dad, Rick, and his brother-in-law, David. That marks the end of the first inning. As we make our way into the second inning, as the players prepare for the second inning, we ask you to stand up, stretch, and sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. What an amazing song directed by your ALHS band. As we head into the second inning, Nick will begin pitching his way to strike out his hobbies and interests. As the first batter steps up to the plate, Nick will be making his way back onto the field after playing percussion during the inning break. Nick has a huge interest in music, involved in jazz band, concert band, marching band, and he even plays the drums for show choir. Nick constantly grew up around music since it was a huge interest in his family. That's the first strikeout for the Lynx. As the second batter steps up to the plate, we will pass the ball right into Nick's job. Nick works at a family-owned business called Tiny House. While working at Tiny House, Nick gets to help with concerts, events, and much more. As the third batter steps up, that's 2 outs for the Bulldogs. As the third batter steps up to the plate, Nick will pitch the ball right into his free time. When Nick isn't playing baseball, practicing music, or working, he is hanging out with his friends. Nick and his friends are always hanging out, going to concerts, games, restaurants, drives, and much more. That's 3 outs for the Bulldogs, making an end to the second inning. As we make a run into the third inning, we will go right into Nick's future. Nick plans on continuing his musical and athletic career while finishing high school, but as his high school career comes to an end, he has begun to make his plans for his life after graduation. Nick plans on attending UNL, also known as the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Here, he will study business and finance and major in real estate. But let's take a closer look at Nick's plans for after graduation. Here, Nick plans on living in Omaha, Nebraska, where he will begin his profession as a real estate agent. Nick plans on having a wife and 2 kids, 1 boy and 1 girl. Nick and his family will be living in a suburban-style home where they will have 2 dogs, a Basset Hound named Otis and a Corgi named Reginald, also known as Reggie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that marks the end of tonight's game featuring pitcher Nick Spurgin. In tonight's game, we got to witness all 3 innings, including Nick's family and friends, his hobbies and interests, and his plans for the future. I hope you all had an amazing time here at the ALHS Fields, but before you leave, there will be a few quick messages from our sponsor. I'm Mia Vodicka, and I'll see you next time on Abraham Lincoln Sports News.